Hey everyone, Mr. Waffle here. I apologize if this is a little scuff. I'm not really used to doing YouTube videos. As you could tell, the last time I probably uploaded a YouTube video was like 6 years ago, other than the live streams that go on YouTube. But I wanted to put my 2 cents in the ring. Probably why you haven't seen War Thunder on the streams and oh god, consistently, probably over I don't know 2 months. And a lot of the issues you are seeing now with large War Thunder content creators, Code Mine Man, Fly Daily, the list goes on, and complaints about, you know, the game as a whole. And these systemic complaints continuously continue to build. Um, and it's gotten to me the past few months, and that's why you haven't seen me playing War Thunder, because it's just tiring. It's obnoxious. This is my first time playing, and I can't even tell you how long. You know, I created my account in 2013. I think it was like March of 2013. Older than a lot of even the big content creators out there, but yeah, I didn't start playing. Started playing War Thunder in 2013, and when I started playing War Thunder, it looked like this. Um, I even have plenty of hidden YouTube videos of War Thunder footage that I have just buried on the channel it's privated, but I'll gladly show them on streams of what I consider the glory days of War Thunder. Back when it felt like Gaijin Entertainment actually cared about the game, and not did everything for a money grab. And the problem and the biggest issue I have with the game, and I'm going to go back to mentioning systemic issues, is there are issues in the game that have been prevalent for years, continuously issues for years. Every time a new update comes out, there is continuous issues, more issues, and nothing is fixed. I am doing this live, by the way, so if you just give me 1 second here. But and that stuff adds up. It gets to you, you know, as you play this game over and over. Shells, you know, volumetric combining armor, right? We have the classic issue. Let's say you shoot the backside of the side skirts of a Tiger 1, right? Now it's going to combine the side skirts, the side armor, and the whole armor, and now you have like an impenetrable value that an Abrams tank or a T90 couldn't even penetrate. Even though in real life, we all know that thing would be melted like butter by any form of dart round. And issues like that continuously build over and over, and people just get tired. And my thing is too, and I'm also going to say about the game modes, Lord have mercy, I have been playing the same 3 game modes on this game since 2013. So I shouldn't say since 2013 because ground battles didn't come out till later, but since ground battles, I have played ground battles since they've been out. That is how long, you know, I've been doing that for years, or over a decade of just playing ABC capture. Like, oh my gosh, dog. Like, even in air has just become monotonous as well. Back then we had Norway has been brought up by other of the YouTubers who are talking about this. But Norway has been brought up a multitude of times, about how you loaded in Norway, you had targets to torpedo, right? You had targets to torpedo, bases to attack, defend, or help your forces, amphibious forces, capture objectives on the map, so you can get an airfield and stuff like that. There was stuff to do. There was I don't know if you'll excuse me for 1 second. There was always a plethora of something to do. You did not just have to dogfight everybody or you know, boom and zoom, or you could actually participate in what felt like a battle. And that's what I felt War Thunder was amazing at. It was great at back then as simulating those stuff. Now we got kind of that in Nuclear Thunder, but as we all know, unless you like getting shot down by SAM sites continuously. That's just not fun, right? My fun in the game is the World War II aspect. That's why you never see me play top tier. No, you could ask a handful of times I've played full on top tier, and it's just not fun. You know, it is simply just not fun. It is monotonous, and it's pretty much, you know, whoever's first to shoot wins. Like, there's no armor aspect to it. The armor aspect to oh my, we're in a pickle. The armor aspect is pretty much gone. And it's not that to say I want to say it removes skill, but see, like, this guy's gonna try and target the weak spot, which is right here on the jumbo. But it's not, I'm saying that it removes. Oh my goodness, it seems we have startled the entire German team. We are in their spawn. Oh god, we'll probably die here. But oh yeah, we are very much dead. Oh wait, maybe not. He's a happy tank. He might not be able to. I don't know what is happening right now. There seems to be a glitch in the matrix. I could easily just get out of this. Okay, we'll take it. So anyway, as I was saying, you used to be able to feel like you were part of something bigger, and that's what I think War Thunder should be. That's what I personally think it should be. It should be feeling like you're part of something bigger, right? The combined aspect. Now we get it in ground where you can spawn an aircraft and bomb tanks and stuff like that. You get the CAS, but that feeling of being like, okay, I'm gonna take a Heinkel 111, I'm gonna take torpedoes, and I'm gonna go torpedo boats, right? Because that's what I want to do, because it's fun. Now, that might not be the best way to grind, but it's the most, that's what I found fun. There was always something to do. And that's why I loved that map in particular. And you saw it a lot with maps in the Pacific as well. There was a lot of ones where you took off from, you don't see them as much. You do see some of them, but you took off from the aircraft carriers and you assaulted Wake Island. You assaulted other Pacific maps in the game. And it just doesn't exist anymore. It's just a monotonous. I feel like Jarvis of the MW3 clip going spawn, die, spawn, die, spawn, die, because that's all the game really feels like to me anymore. And it's just tiring. And the fact that, and you can ask Mr. Pancake this, Sean, who you've seen multiple times on stream. We've been playing, you know, me and him created our accounts around roughly the same time. I think 2013 as well. He has since lost his original account due to circumstances, life circumstances, from not being active and playing video games. But he can attest to the same thing I'm saying about the feeling of what it used to be. It used to feel like something grandeur, big, and it just doesn't feel like that anymore. And you can even ask him this as well years ago. Okay, I forget which one who brought it up. I forget what YouTuber brought it up, but somebody brought up the circumstance of separating World War II tanks from Cold War tanks, which I could understand is going to bring in a significant problem of its own, because, like, what are you gonna do with the mouse and stuff like that? You're gonna do it with a lot of these wonder weapon tanks it'd be impossible to kill. But my thing is, I think that would be the first great step. So this way, why do I have to play, or why do players have to feel frustrated all the time, right? It's because that's how they make money. The more frustrated you are, the more like, I just want to get through this. I just want to get through this. And take your wallet out and spend money to buy your way to the top, right? Now, War Thunder, Gaijin Entertainment, specifically, you know, we have many clips of them going, you can never buy your way to the top, right? But you pretty much can, you know? Even though it's not the top, you can still buy your way to the top. Just because it's not, you know, 14.3 or whatever the top air is, or top ground is, I don't even know off the top of my head. You could still buy yourself to 13.3. You know, that's what I'm saying. You're still buying your way to the top for $80 damn. That's you know, that's about how much GTA 6 Standard Edition is going to cost you. Is $80 for a plane or a tank or whatever. But that frustration is what gets people to put their wallet out and spend money. And again, if I remember correctly, I could be mistaken, but roughly in 2024, like gross revenue of Gaijin Entertainment was like $185 million, a ton of money, right? But they do have other games as well, Active Matter, et cetera, unlisted. I think that that Minecraft game that flopped immediately. I don't even know what's happening with that. But it's just boring. I can't even believe I said it. I've been playing I can't believe that because again, I've been playing this game for 13 years, right? 10 plus 3, 13 years. So it's understandable. I could say, yeah, the game is dry, but it never was. What I'm saying is even 5 or 6 years ago, the game felt fun. That was a good peak time, but you really started to see some really, really steady pressure coming from like these new shiny vehicles all the time. But as I was saying, I got a little sidetracked there. I think separating World War II from Cold War with some tweaks, I think would be a great step in the right direction that they'll never do, because it doesn't make you, the fact that you are in a much more balanced circumstance doesn't make you frustrated, doesn't make you spend money, right? And I think Gaijin is trapped in this loop where it's almost like they seem like they don't know any other way, or like they just know this is the proven way. This is what works, right? This is just what works. We know this works. So again, I can understand devil's advocate. If it's broke, why fix it? But eventually people are going to just keep getting more frustrated for it. And you're going to start losing that player base. You're starting to really see it now. I've already seen it on Instagram. I've seen it all over the cesspool of Reddit. You see it on Steam reviews, and you see this continuously slowly building up, right? And eventually what is probably going to happen is this is just going to start as a small little snowball, and it's going to turn into an avalanche. And you're going to see, again, a monstrous amount of people downvoting the game and people talking bad about it, putting out bad reviews, because if you can scare Gaijin away with reviews and saying, like, when they were doing the thing with the SL changes and repair costs, and you can see it on Steam where it's like, hey, there's like this thing of review that's considered doesn't count because of this review. It was review bombed, and Gaijin changed it subsequently because we review bombed it. Because we didn't. It was terrible. It was really bad. I could not imagine what War Thunder would be like if that went through and they said, nah, we're keeping it. But there's just issues like that. The company doesn't listen. That's number one and foremost. They don't even listen. There's a section on the Gaijin CC Discord where you literally can submit feedback. I literally don't think that's listened to whatsoever. I think that's a bottomless pit of echo that you just yell into it and you just hear yourself back. It ain't going nowhere. And people will upvote with the emoji in there to upvote it, and it doesn't happen. I've seen ones with hundreds of people upvoting stuff, and they just they don't go nowhere. Of course not. Why would they? Because it would make people less frustrated, so they wouldn't spend money. But I just don't get it, because there are better ways of making money, without bringing people to frustration. But they won't do it. This video is just ranting on about systemic issues that have existed for so long already that it's just annoying now. And that's why you haven't seen me play, because I'm done. I'm really done. Until either this game has some drastic change to bring me back, I'm done with this crap. I can't believe I'm saying that. I love War Thunder. It is a great game. There is nothing like it. I started playing World of Tanks before War Thunder was even a thing. I got War Thunder, and I still would play World of Tanks for the ground aspect. But when War Thunder added the ground aspect, it was great. And I felt no need to play World of Tanks, and I occasionally log on World of Tanks to play it just to keep my account going. But it's just not what it used to be. And the battle rating changes they decide on, I can't even fathom how they come up with some of these decisions on why they think that's a good idea. But it's obviously from spreadsheet and stuff like that. They'll look at a spreadsheet and be like, oh, this thing is doing really well. It happened, actually, if I remember correctly, it happened with the ME163. People were, nobody was playing it. Like, nobody was willingly playing that 163, but there was a group of small players who were playing the crap out of it and were really good with it. So the spreadsheet looks like, holy crap, this thing's doing really well. We have to nerf it and raise its BR. Now you're in an 8.3 World War II rocket airplane that can go in against Cold War era jets. Like, does that in any damn way make sense? Oh, here's a good thing as well. Before realistic battles was a thing, and before simulator battles was a thing, it went like this. It went arcade, historical, and realistic. Realistic was simulator. Historical was historical. That was the good part. It had the same aptitudes of RB that is now, but it was historical. You generally saw, right? If you were playing an M4 Sherman, you're gonna play against Panzer IVs, and it was pretty much determined. You could determine that pretty easily, and that's just how it felt. Like it felt great, and now it feels like dog shit. I don't know how else to explain it to you other than that, and other me ranting about this endlessly, but that's how it feels. It feels like dog shit, and bad map design as well. There's like, maybe I can count on one hand how many maps I actually enjoy on ground in this game, like one hand. But the map design as well. I truly think, you know, the people who color the map, put the trees down, put the, you know, the textures down, everything looks great. But the people who were designing, like, this is how the map and the gameplay is going to flow, I actually think it's two gorillas, one with a hammer and one with like chloroform. So the one beats the one with the hammer and the other one knocks the other one out. So then they can steal the hammer. When the other one wakes up, they do the same thing and they just repeat that cycle. And eventually what they do is they come up with a map. They ask the monkeys, the monkey gives them the idea for the map, and that's how they design the maps. That is truly how I think the maps are designed for this game. And it's just continuous shit. It's continuous shit. Every update is shit. Everything, we're seeing AI generation, and Gaijin can claim all they want. Oh, he's outsourced that to a third. I would not. I would sooner believe that I was going to win the lottery tomorrow with no lottery ticket. I would sooner believe that than Gaijin's statement of saying that, oh, we outsourced that to a third party. Absolutely not. If you're not, prove me wrong and show me receipts. That is the only way I would say, okay, yep, I can see my point. You are right. You did outsource that and they did use AI. But until then, they are never going to do that. This is stuff they'll never do. They don't care. They don't care because they are making hundreds of millions of dollars a year, and it doesn't matter. Until you hurt them in the wallet, that is when they'll care. But until then, they're not going to give a shit. And that's why I'll stop playing, because I'm done. I don't want to play your shitty fucking game anymore. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of just the shit decisions they make. I don't care about the shiny new vehicles. I want good quality gameplay, good variation of game modes with the option to choose. Like, call it, like, oh god, I'm going to use Call of Duty as an example, but Call of Duty as an example, you have team deathmatch, you have domination, you have ground war, etc. The list can go on. But there's so many ways they could improve this game simply by quality of life things, like game modes. Like, hey, you know what, this update, we are not going to upload. We are not giving any new vehicles for 2 months. Nothing. What you have now is what you have now. And we're going to do a full, fix of bugs, a fix and fixes in quality of life things. But they'll never do that because that don't make money. And I could reiterate that point till the horses come home. All right. It ain't going to happen. And that's why it drives me nuts, because this game, I've seen what they used to do with this game, the greatness this game used to bring and have, in a sense, just turned to garbage. Like all the fun things that made this game have been taken out, removed, or like secluded. And it's just not what it used to be. It really isn't. It's just frustration. That's what it is. Like it gets tiring, playing majority of World War II vehicles and playing against like things that were never from World War II or from that era. And it drives me insane. They'll never decompress the BRs. They'll always tighten them. So this way you get more frustrated to spend more money. And oh my, I'm surprised that did not fully detonate in that cupola there. And buy one here. Excuse me. Okay, that's only going to kill the commander. Oh my. There's another. What's happening right now? Okay, stop doing that. You're scaring me. Oh, okay, he did. Oh my. Wait, stay there. Don't move. I don't want that. I don't want you near me. Get away. Okay, stay right there. Oh my. Got locked in his turret armor. Let's see here. Hold on. Let's see if we get lucky. No. All right. So, But that's what I'm saying. It the game suffers from systemic issues that just can be fixed by. I guarantee you, it can be fixed. It could be fixed, but the game is ran so the company is ran so poorly that the devs who want to put the time in to making the game better, who want to put the time in and make new game modes for ground, make new game modes for air, add in quality stuff, you know, they want to, but obviously the guy in the suit is paying you and he says, no, you're going to do it this way. You're going to have to listen to him if you want your job. So, I mean, that's pretty much it. I'm done playing this crap. You're going to, like I said, you've been seeing me play a lot of Dead by Daylight on stream. And you know what's funny? People really like the community of that game, like really likes dog on that game. And I'll never really understand it because I actually enjoy Dead by Daylight. There are some issues here and there with goofy stuff, but it is at least when something's broke, they fix it, and I'll give them that. There's already this newest update. We're gonna absolutely do a gamer move there. There was a big bug that happened, and they fixed it within like a half a day. It was fixed. The bug was fixed. It's like, I wish. Like here, actually, you know what? Hold on. We're gonna return to Hangar. Here's a bug. Here's a bug. When did Heavy Cavalry come out? Let's take a look real quick together. Came out June 24th. Okay, it's been 3 days. It is June 27th as I record this video. Here, you want to see a bug that's been existing for 3 days? Where is it? Where is this thing? This new vehicle here, the IA-58. All right, ready? You want to see a bug that could easily probably be fixed, but hasn't been? All right, let's see. Ready? Watch this. A fun little thing. This thing can fly through trees. It's actually stellar. It's fantastic. What is this? Argentinian, I think. This is Argentinian engineering right here. It's invulnerable to trees. Here's a bug that's existed for 3 days. That's a bug that easily probably could be fixed in 5 minutes, but doesn't. See what I'm saying? Another thing that was broke for like, I think years. I think it was like 2 or 3 years before they finally fixed it. Italy, aviation. Where is it? It is the bomber aircraft. I have it. I've showed it on stream countless of times. This thing right here, the 1007. Okay. You used to be able to rip the wings off, and fly with just the 3 motors and rip the tail off, and it would fly like it had a full flight model still. That took years to fix. Years. That's the problem, is they're so enveloped with adding new stuff, adding new things, new shiny vehicles and toys for people to buy, that things like that get so overlooked for so long, they forget about them. And it baffles me. And here I am, like clicking on multiple premium vehicles and stuff. But look, in the end, nothing's going to change. Maybe something will change with all this uphoot and uproar, but I highly doubt it. But this is pretty much me telling you why I have not been playing War Thunder, because it's been driving me nuts. I'm tired of being driven nuts, and I'm done. I'm done until, I don't know, until something so drastic changes. Like, I don't know, Gaijin Entertainment pulls their head out of their ass and all of a sudden it's like, holy shit, we need to fix this stuff and actually add quality stuff. That's when I'll return. But until then, I'm really not going to be playing this game. You might see it occasionally on stream, but there ain't no way in hell I'm supporting it anymore. If anyone asks me, should I download War Thunder, I'm going to overtly tell you no continuously and tell you why, because it's just not worth it anymore. It really isn't. It's just dog shit. It's straight butt. It's straight booty. But yeah, if you feel free to join the Discord, the link will be in this video for an invite. But if you have any questions, you can ask me in general chat. I'm always watching general chat. You can always ask, I'll answer. But I'm just done. I can't anymore. It's just not worth the headache to play this crap anymore with this terrible company. I mean, absolutely terrible. I actually am starting to think, I'm sorry this is going on longer, but I'm actually, because I keep thinking of it, but I'm starting to think Ubisoft is a better gaming company than Gaijin Entertainment is. And that's saying something. That should that like if I was a head developer or head person at Gaijin Entertainment and I heard and somebody told me, yeah, I think Ubisoft is a better company than you, I would probably rethink my life choices of what is happening. But they're not. They don't care because they pull in hundreds of $1,000,000. Back to the key point. You want this game to change? Stop buying things, stop giving them money, and downvote the hell out of it. Review bomb it, whatever it takes. That's how you'll change this game and stop playing it. Play anything else. There's thousands of good games out there that you could play. All right. That's my 2 cents. I love you all so much. And yeah, I'm done. No more War Thunder. All right. Have a good one.